This scene is the founding of the best duo in Chainsaw Man, Denji and Power. It's a classic kind of scene. We have nothing in common. Wait a minute, we actually have a lot in common. But in Fujimoto's hands, it's played for laughs. And that'll be the staple of this pair. But it also tells us a bit more about who they are very early on. They both love their pets, and take their stupid fucking reasons 1000% seriously. Whether it's eating jam toast or winning the Nobel Peace Prize, reasons are in the eyes of the reason holder. As long as you take your goal of putting 100% sales tax on the country of Japan just as seriously as someone takes avenging their family's death, all reasons are equal. I'm Gyo's Godfather, and this scene is one of my favorite from Season 1 of Chainsaw Man. This video is the first in a running series called Watch Chainsaw Man With Me, where I'll be talking about the anime, movies, and manga. Denji is a simple guy with simple reasons. By the time we get to this scene, he's gotten his wish for toast with jam, and after a quick think, decided his new goal in life is to touch some tits. Previously never gonna happen fantasy. Denji was forced to figure out his life goal after his team lead and eventual big bro, Aki, explained his reason for being a devil hunter, avenging his family by killing the gun devil. He makes it clear to Denji that across public safety, it's all serious. Revenge, protection, and duty. So when confronted with the question of why he's choosing to show up, Denji decides it's time to dream big. Double D big. And this leads us to the hallway scene. But first, a touch of context. At the end of last episode, Power, in her first outing with Denji as her partner, ran off and killed the Kevin of Devils, the sea cucumber devil. Of course she acted like she'd won the Super Bowl, or maybe the Nobel Peace Prize, because she's an insane narcissist. And this led to the beginning of this episode, where Makima had to come down and explain that they actually broke the law by going after a devil the private sector had marked as their target. Power immediately blames Denji, and because she's a pathological liar, they get into a fight over it, because he's not going to be blamed for her bullshit, especially in front of Makima. Makima then settles Power and Denji down and tells them that she wants to see them working well together, and they both know the consequences for their failure, their death. So the setup and narrative purpose for this hallway scene is they're looking for reasons they can both understand about each other. So when a kitty cat comes up to Power, she picks it up and starts petting it. Her own reasons come tumbling out. She hates humans not because of a grudge, but instinct. However, devils, she does have a grudge. And that's why she's working for Makima. A devil stole her cat and she wants Meowie back. This gives Denji a little, moment. Given what we know of Power at this point, we're with him. I wouldn't expect her to have a cat, let alone care about it this much. She tells him getting Meowie back is why she's subjecting herself to Makima's control. When Denji doesn't jump in at the natural pause she gives for him to do so and say something like, "That sounds awful, I'm so sorry," she negs him, like any good narcissist who's overshared, saying he wouldn't even get it. And Denji agrees. Caring about a cat that much is dumb as hell. Denji then says, "But I'd do whatever it takes to fondle some boobs." Now this sounds like just a really horny teenage boy being honest, but we also know that Denji's being 100% serious too. He's adopted this as his raison d'etre, his reason for being. Denji's so naive that his dreams are small. He doesn't even know how to explain his reason as anything other than his own horniness to Power, so he doesn't. And the same is true for Power as well, who later tells us she's killed anything that's dared to look her in the eye, and the only reason she didn't kill the cat at first is because it was too emaciated to eat, so she was planning on fattening it up and then eating it. And then one day she just didn't, and Meowie became her pet. She can't explain it either. So when Denji takes another beat after explaining why he's in public safety, Power tells him, "I guess I'll never understand humans." It seems like we've hit the final impasse here. They're not going to understand each other, and there is no common ground to find, no shared footing. But then Denji tells her, "I think I'd get you if it were a dog." Power likes cats, and Denji likes dogs, so there is some shared understanding here. And this then sparks Power's 500 to 1000 IQ, and she quickly realizes that he can help her achieve her dreams if she offers to help him realize his. He helps her get Meowie back. She lets him fondle her chest. It's a win-win. He lets out a gasp. No way getting what I want can be this easy. And what I think is maybe the funniest scene in the show so far, the switch up is hilarious. Techno music kicks in. Some holy fuck it's about to be on. They're going after the baddie music starts playing. The kind you'd expect to hear from when they're putting on the ammo belt before the final boss. Which is awesome, because we don't even know what devil they're going after, let alone if he's a big bad or not. But no, in Chainsaw Man, stupid fucking reasons you take 1000% seriously are what makes life rule. Denji crushes the can he's been stemming off of. He's not fucking around. His dream, even though it's like 5 minutes old in screen time, is a dream he didn't even consider back in his garden shed. What's also hilarious in this scene is Power's reactions. The same, "Wait, this useful idiot can get me exactly what I want," gasp that she lets out 4 times. So after the first one, we zoom in on Denji's mouth and his shark teeth, spit flying. It reminds me of Rick going apeshit for Szechuan Mulan sauce.
Go out and I'll find some more of that Mulan Szechuan teriyaki dipping sauce, Morty. Because that's what this is all about, Morty. That's my one-armed man.
No, not that one-armed man. While Rick is scaring the crap out of Morty, Denji's exciting the crap out of Power. We see that in an extreme close-up that takes up over half the screen, emphasizing how quickly they're both getting pumped, and how shocked Power is that this human she didn't understand is suddenly making all the sense in the world. He should be pissed that someone stole her cat. It's Power's cat, damn it. He starts strutting. Notice how we're only seeing his feet here, emphasizing he's filling the classic sheriff role. And this scene is awesome too because we know how much Fujimoto loves movies, and loves Tarantino in particular. And we also know how much Tarantino loves his westerns. And this strikes exactly like a Leone scene, where Clint Eastwood is walking into the bar, spurs jangling on the wooden plank, and we know that Clint Eastwood's about to clean up the town, just like Denji's about to, except Fujimoto's playing this for laughs. Yes, Denji and Power are idiots, but that doesn't mean they don't care just as much about their own goals, of boobs and cats, as Clint Eastwood does about taming the West, or Aki cares about killing the gun devil. And that's what elevates a scene like this. Fujimoto's main characters don't buy the idea that some things are more important than others. They reject that we should be driven by big noble ideas, or we're doing life wrong. Giving 120% to small stupid notions feels like one of the great things that's come out of internet culture. And Fujimoto has tapped into that. People make memes for a living, and he gets it. And so do the people in his world. He gets how the internet has fundamentally rewired us. So when his world is full of characters whose brains are broken like ours, and he uses that for laughs, it's incredible. So when Denji gets in Power's face and she's hilariously reeling backward, physically she's intimidated, but emotionally she's excited by how intimidating he is. It's the sort of, my older brother agreed to kick the bully's ass, that comes to define their relationship as buddies. Then he tells her, It's a climactic punctuation for both the humor in this scene that's been building as a subtle nod to the sexual undertones inherent between these two young hot idiots who just want to touch some boobs and get some pussy cats back. Denji's not a devil hunter, not yet, and Power's planning to give Denji to the Bat Devil in exchange for Meowie. The false bravado of youth is underscored by Denji's supreme inexperience and Power's extreme narcissism. But this is how they're going to become teammates, by getting what they want out of each other and realizing that they want and need so much more. And they're both willing to give it. It's well known how beloved Power is to the Chainsaw Man fans. She won the character poll by a good amount. And for me, this is where it really started. Yeah, her goofy run and jump kill of Kevin the Sea Cucumber Devil was fun, but the humor of her escalating gasps is what got me on board as someone who watched the anime before reading the manga. Denji exudes the virtue of simplicity. Don't know, don't care. Where things that terrify and bother others are, for him, not even a thought. I'd say the virtue of stupidity is something like, what I don't know doesn't concern me, and if it ever does, I'll figure it out when I have to. The rest is just some bullshit I don't care about. I just want to know some knockers. In a world where you can focus on all the tomato devils, coffee devils, forever plastic devils, where your concern changes nothing, your care is nothing more than where you choose to put your energy, and if you want to put it into things that are too big to give you energy in return, you can. And maybe your goals might happen, but never how you think or usually in your lifetime. But all that's beyond Denji, who's too young and naive to understand why his goals are what they are. He's just id incarnate. He just is. And so is Power too. And that's why they get along so well. So when Denji eventually kills the Bat Devil and saves Power and Meowie from its stomach, and fights off another devil waiting for backup, and eventually gets 3 chest touches, and it ends up being kind of a letdown. But the most beautiful part about Denji is he just moves on to the next one. If you're still watching, that rocks. This video is the first in a new series I'm starting called Watch Chainsaw Man with me, and I'll be putting out a new video every week. So if you enjoyed this one, tune in next week for an all-new episode on Chainsaw Man.